Hey everybody, Invisiblekatana here, and it has been an incredibly long effing time. This is probably weird. I'm gonna start with this woman just breathing and not her eyeball. But today, we're playing Echo. And hopefully this is a good video because I'm actually doing all of this through OBS, which is genuinely the first time I've ever done that because there's always something where I'm like, I'm not 100% certain about recording through OBS instead of, I like to do my stuff separate. I always do my audio, or I always do my video, I should say, separate. And actually, no, I do everything separate. Typically it's the game and then I record the audio, like everything, like I do all three pieces separated all the time. But I got two kids, hence the super long delay from whatever the last video was on this channel. Check out my original channel, Invisiblekatana. You're welcome, Invisible High. I'm not high. It's actually late because as usual, and it's been a long time. Also, check this out. Love that. It's been a long time, so as usual, it took me a really long time to feel comfortable even with my setup, and I was trying to do what I always do, which is try to figure out how the F do I get all my stuff through my Rodecaster Pro. I'm sure there's a way, but I still haven't figured it out yet. So we're gonna get going, I think. Oh, I didn't even realize those were separate menus. I have been excited for this game for a very long time. I've had it for a super long time. And okay. The flesh and the soul shall enter the palace through separate doors. Only the strong of mind and body will again reunite as whole from the collected memories.
All our songs were about it.
That was so loud in my
A magical
ear.
place of life without end. A palace of untold wonders.
I'm gonna turn this down for myself.
But only for the worthy.
That's a unique
So our lives
look
were
for a spaceship.
desperately dedicated to qualify. Pinpoint perspective on the great reward. Only
Space camouflage. Like, oh, it's just a chunk of a planet
never
flying.
wanted
As long as they see you sideways, you're good.
those words alone could mean death. So when I ran, I knew it meant never stopping to catch my breath. If I wanted to live. And so it was. Yet here I am. The place I spent my whole life escaping.
So I also have my settings like all the way up. So I hope that works.
Shit.
Of course you do. Your wound has healed. The pain is from the stasis and will pass within a week. The nausea will linger, probably intensify when you start to realize that more than 100 years have passed. Everything you knew is gone.
Harsh.
This is not another one of your running away from home excursions. Your grandfather won't send someone to pick you up this time. That's all gone now.
I was about to say, like, well, he'd be dead,
So
right?
you decided not to like me. But you've had a century to plan what to say, and that's it? How about you screwed up the best deal we ever had, or you come waltzing in here giving orders, or even Foster died because of you, you stupid bitch. I don't like me much either. But I can fix this. I can bring him back.
I didn't know she was British from the trailer. It's been a minute since I've even watched the trailer. I've actually...
I don't know how you hope to achieve that, little miss, but I suggest you start your efforts by laying back down. Loss of motor skills is common even for experienced long haulers, which I suspect you are not.
I suppose you had a long time to mull things over. Nothing I can say will change your mind.
It won't let you turn the camera all the way around, which I find very odd. I haven't had that happen in a super long time, or ever. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The ship is moving. Okay, because I'm like, that just, like, the whole, that tilted, and that messed me up a little bit. Yeah. Okay, all we can do is walk normal. Interesting. So for anyone who doesn't know the premise of this game, it's like a weird pseudo time loop situation where you die. If you die in an area, I don't know if it's like a building we go to or if it's a simulation on this ship.
He? Oh, you mean the cube? Yes, I had a very good look at that while you were asleep. I think you're in for a disappointment. Nothing suggests any sentience. No interface to access the thing, nor any reason to do so. There's nothing in there. It's just a pretty cube.
If we knew how to operate it, we wouldn't have had to come here. This is how I see it. You don't answer to my orders, and yet you took us this far, so clearly, I'm not the only one hoping that I can achieve something.
I find that to be such a cool effect.
Not hope. Respect. For Foster. God knows why, but he wanted me here. The stupid lighter proves it. I suspect staying wasn't even an option, considering how you stumbled on board covered in blood, demanding departure a week ahead of schedule.
Yeah. Respect, then. That'll work, too.
This game looks amazing, for sure. I'm glad my rig can actually handle doing recording and doing the graphics at the same time, because I was a little worried. Like, it doesn't seem like it's too over the top, but we'll also see what happens once we get into the action. But whatever ends up happening, we end up going into like a real crazy situation where if you die in this specific area, it's like some system learns who you are and basically makes clones of you. This game is so loud. I'm about to do something. Whoop. Do, 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 do. In the middle of a video. We're just gonna turn that down. There we go. Because that was way too loud. That was way too effing loud. Interesting. All right, so we got 2 people, and we'll see if we ever see this guy. Like, we might see him as we're walking up here, but I feel like this is the classic disembodied voice type situation. I really wish I could just walk forward and like see the character model from the front. Oh, I thought this was a room. This is actually a planet or a moon. So now see this game, I don't know if they have it. I doubt they do. Let's see. I love how I'm using my PS4 controller, by the way. Didn't want to look too far into that, but I saw everything I think I needed to see. I'm not sure if X is circle or square, but it was an X, that's for sure.
I need a suit.
I was not expecting that. It was just, I need a suit. Oh, man. Okay. I'm definitely excited for this game. Just from the opening, just from that menu, I was super excited. Like, okay.
It's not ice.
I'm glad I
I
waited.
don't know that we can even trust what we see. This whole planet eluded detection until about a week ago. No visual cues, no gravitational pull, nothing. Even with the exact coordinates, I nearly missed it.
We're looking for a palace.
Why am I not surprised?
Give it a rest, will you? Can you see any structures on the planet?
You're looking at it. It's all one big structure, planet-wide. No palace, though. I'm guessing it's some corporate state's illegitimate mining project from the pre-requisition rush. That would explain the heavy clouding measures. The planet is most likely depleted of all resources. An empty shell. Hope the old man didn't pay too much for the coordinates.
You have no idea. Just get me down there. I'll go see for myself.
Now that's some technology right there. The whole planet is just cubes. Obviously, there's more on the inside, but the whole planet, it's like Coruscant or something like that. The whole planet's a city. It looks sweet though, just a bunch of white cubes, and then you see like, excuse me, the darkness down below. Very cool. I'm liking this.
You should get off the surface too.
What a strange place.
Dang.
It's impressive, really.
Gonna jump? Okay, we can't do anything just yet. Oh,
I'm enabling the suit's assist mode to compensate for your inexperience.
spider pose. Okay, let's see what that means. I like the outfit. Oddly enough, due to recently seeing, oh god, the Suicide Squad makes me. Oh, here we go. Makes me think of the circle. Okay, square is X. Got it. Makes me think of Bloodsport. Bloodsport from Suicide Squad.
Did you hear that? It's definitely doing something.
Like the minute glimpses we'll actually get of her character model from the front. That's really cool. I'd love to see the design of that from the front easier. I'm sure we'll be fine. No, okay.
Look, there's an opening down there. It's too far to jump though.
The suit will soften your landing if charged sufficiently.
And if not?
It will stop you from leaping.
Ah.
The suit reads your intentions from your synaptic activity and receives commands from your voice or eye movements. A bit archaic, but Foster trusted that suit with his life.
Cutting edge doesn't go well with space travel. A journey here alone with the suit an antique.
It's not the suit's performance that worries me.
Okay, this is cool. That's also a really cool way. I like when games do that little stuff for mechanics where it's like you try to go off a ledge and it's like, well, if you can do it, then we'll let you do it. But if you don't have enough energy, nothing will happen. You just stand there. Okay, there's got to be, I know for a fact that there's a run. I know there is.
Falling apart. It all looks strangely warped. I wonder how long it's been here.
A composite like that should last forever, but it all looks ready to crumble.
It must be ancient.
This is really interesting. L3 is the actual button, right? Am I crazy? What? Okay. Because everything else has been like A. Like A is X. I guess.
This place was made for
Okay.
humans. It's not just a machine mine.
Most digs have a basic infrastructure if human presence should be needed. Probably also rudimentary living quarters. Doesn't mean anyone was ever here, though.
Gramps believed the place to be untouched by humans. A palace built by long-lost technology, patiently awaiting its first human inhabitants. And you figure this is no more than a bootleg mining operation. Got to appreciate the contrast.
I generally lean towards plausible explanations. Your grandfather, well, everything he believed in, he made up himself.
I don't know about that. He had the coordinates right.
Look around you. This obviously isn't a palace.
Your man might have gotten some aesthetic details wrong, but he wasn't the kind of person who'd risk everything without some kind of proof.
I really wouldn't get my hopes up.
How do I turn down the volume on the commentary track?
You are overconfident. Immature people often are. You should be taking notes every time I open my mouth.
All right, so I wasn't gonna do it because it seems fine on the guy, but her audio is really low to me. Oh,
I suppose you had a long time to mull things over. Nothing I can say will change your mind. I suppose you had a long time.
oh, I didn't think it was gonna be. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead. Let's see what they got. We're gonna put those on. Hopefully that's stuck. Yes, because his audio is fantastic, but her audio isn't the greatest, at least not in the suit. So hopefully if that changes, I'll change it back, because I do like to play without subtitles if I have the option. If a game starts off with no subtitles, I prefer to just leave it that way. I'm the type of person where I'm like, however the game starts, that's how I leave it. I actually don't really care if it has subtitles, but it seems to be very rare that a game starts off with subtitles. No, that's right. No, no. Okay. Nope. Okay. Yep. That was a waste. I did that backwards. Oh, here we go. Okay. There has to be a run. Why can't I run yet? All I can do is crouch. I love this cube too. The design on that cube just, it's one of those things that like looks like it's infinite or something. Interesting. I didn't notice that she'd been doing that before, unless she hadn't been this whole time.
Slippery. What exactly are these structures then? Have you seen others like them, since you're such an expert?
I've had my fair share of hauls based on wild speculation. It doesn't matter if it comes from desperate need or delusions of grandeur. There's never anything there but bitter disappointment.
Was this with Foster?
Before Foster.
I got the feeling we were talking together for ages.
I've been crisscrossing the spur for 1,000 years. Foster was with me for 1.5 centuries.
So I don't think he's being facetious when he says like 1,000 years. I would assume, you know, that would be a part of him being in stasis a bunch. Yeah, so at first I thought she slowed down because I'm like, oh, is this secretly like how they're loading the game in? But I think it's actually just how it is, because oh, now we can kind of see her face. That's cool. I really wish we could just, I don't know why, it's just one of those things. I like looking at character models. I like design and stuff. I think she has a unique design. She's got the anime style white hair. I'm a sucker for that.
If you've only been with Foster for 1.5 centuries, you hardly knew him at all. I mean, we've been traveling together for 1 century, and we only just met.
100-year haul is quite the extreme. Foster's longest was 16. I knew him plenty.
He trusted you, and said that I could too, that you would help me.
Foster didn't leave me much choice.
Oh.
You don't mess up a job for your grandfather and then team up with the person you were sent out to get in the first place.
You could have just handed me back.
You really are naive.
I think you're doing this because you believe there's a chance to get your friend back.
You're so caught up in your homemade religion that you're oblivious to common sense. I warned Foster about you resourcefuls. Best not to deal with your kind.
Why did you then? Get involved, I mean.
Foster disagreed. And gold makes for a powerful argument.
Man, even when we have space travel, we're like old-timey prospect miners. Gold. Okay, the ring around me the whole time, I don't like a lot. It just seems like a weird thing that I don't. It like if the two triangles were there, I'd be like, okay, sure. Which I also feel like that doesn't need to be there either, because even when that first showed up, I was like, this. I thought it was pointing me like in the direction of like the little things. I'm like, this is just here. It's just so you can see it, which I assume is gonna come into play more when we actually get in. Like, obviously, we haven't used the gun. We haven't gotten into any of the stuff where you can, you know, get into cover and things like that. So I imagine a lot of that stuff will come later.
That looks like some kind of landing bay.
It looks like nothing of the sort.
You know, you're nothing like I expected from a friend of Foster's. Such an odd team.
An old rescue vessel from the Requisition and a man without a past. None of our marks knew what hit them. And then we were gone. The stuff we pulled off. You wouldn't believe it.
I believe it. I was one of your jobs.
A thieving rich kid with a gambling problem hardly qualifies. I got the brief. Not much of an extraction, really. No one giving a shit about you where you dug down. Only challenge Foster could see was that your grandfather wanted you to willingly hand back whatever it was you stole from him.
You're wrong about everything. Even Foster.
I seriously doubt that I am. He
Getting
was
a little
good,
choppy.
Foster. Always had his eye on the ball. You may think you knew him, that he felt sorry for you, but he would never let that happen. I don't know what went wrong that night, why Foster died, but I'm sure you don't understand much of it either.
Sorry, I didn't mean to threaten your romance.
Cute.
Okay.
Finally, something.
So far, I'm curious about learning the story here. You know, figuring out what's this. Looks like something just took money from me. Oh, never mind.
It's stuck. I need some force. Does the gun pack any punch?
Cost 1 cell. Ooh.
Wow. I like it.
I'm taking the gun offline.
Oh, come on.
Preserve energy.
Yeah, like I would love it if we could just see this without this like permanent blue ring that is just there, which I highly doubt we can do, because I doubt it's just in a setting. It's just, oh, magnifique. All right, let's rock. Because I did not need that. I don't even need these triangles. Can we get these triangles off? Oh, I want blood. Ooh, spicy. Something spicy. Okay, that's not that. I love this special sound effect every time you go in. We'll see what that is, and if I decide I don't want it, then I'll change that back. Ah, that is so much better. I wish I could see your face as we walk forward, but you know, still much better. I like this way more. This and oh, here we go. Like it,
I'll be damned. Are you getting
it's
all this?
so
I'm with
ornate.
you.
It's a beautiful look in this weird, creepy aesthetic. It actually makes me think of I recently played it. God, what was the name? What was the name of that game? It's the game that a lot of people compared to BioShock, and it was like one of the first free games
It all looks
on the
so
Epic Games
cute
Store.
and untouched.
I wish I could remember the name of that game right now, but I played it recently after having it for such a long time. And it, you know, much like BioShock, it has that aesthetic where it's just ornate, sort of not really steampunky style. I mean, it revolves around Nikola Tesla, so there's a lot of stuff involving electric creations and all sorts of crazy stuff. You know, had he been able to kind of foster the things he wanted to foster. Actually, let's see if she says something here. Okay. But that game had
You were right
great
about the
visual
palace.
styles.
What's the plan
A
now?
great visual
We
style, I
get
should say.
Foster back, and then we leave.
I was hoping for something more specific.
I suppose we're looking for some sort of apparatus like the one Gramps had.
Would that be the Soul Sucker?
I'll know it when I see it.
Even if you did find the thing, this place is dead. What mythic technology might be here is now useless.
We just need to power her up.
Oh,
Tell her
reflections.
that we're here. I can feel this is going to work out just fine.
Hello? Anyone home?
I'm moving down.
Dang.
There must be some sort of power below the halls.
Maybe it's like that because they don't do lip sync. Maybe that's it. Maybe that was like their little trick, because you can barely get like a little glimpse of her.
Anyone home? Hello?
Yeah, she just does like the
Shout.
open mouth deal.
Is that your plan?
Oh, can I keep shouting?
Hello? Anyone home? Anyone home? Anyone home? Anyone home? Hello? Hello?
If anybody's somewhere, that's a good way to find them. They'll either shoot you to shut you up, or they'll at the very least just say, "What do you want?" For some reason, I keep clicking it as if that's going to make me run. And I feel like there has to be an actual run.
Hello?
Didn't mean to do that. I forgot I could even do that already. I already forgot. It just feels weird that that's like her normal pace. Knowing what we're getting into in the game, it's weird to just be like, oh yeah, you just kind of stroll along. I love the look though. It's really cool. Like I like when games do stuff like this where it's, I mean, this is insanely, like we just landed on a random planet that was super cloudy. Oh, that's my reflection.
Hello?
Oh. They can make some really cool trailers in this game.
Hello?
Okay. For a second, I got a little bit worried. I was like, they're finna do that creepy mirror thing. Also, really cool design. I like her suit. It looks sweet. I'm expecting some real creepy stuff to pop up with that mirror. There's multiple mirrors. Yeah, this game could definitely use a photo mode.
I recognize these. They look like the stone faces at the gates between the garden terraces. Maybe it's a door of some sort. We called them gatekeepers. They were supposed to make us ponder if we were worthy to pass.
You're not getting through without power, and this place is dead.
This is really cool. I'm liking the mystery. We get to learn a little bit about her. She, rich kid who, I guess, stole from her grandfather, got busted, got shot or impaled or something, considering how she was dressed when she first woke up. They're also super dramatic with those slams too, which I found funny. Every time we were talking, I would drop down and I couldn't say it because they were in the middle of a conversation, but every time I was like,
It's a voice.
It looks like a tuning fork.
oh.
Yes, obviously. The resourcefuls call them voices. Strike them and let the true tone interfere to find clarity and enlightenment.
Ah, of course.
We got religion. Oh, that was a mirror.
What does that mean?
The suit detects a pattern to the sound, and the decryption is kicking in.
Cool. I didn't know she was gonna like gasp. With some ASMR in there. Creepy. I like it. Oh.
It's definitely picking up something. I think they're pieces of a puzzle. We need more of them to find out what it is.
Man, this is cool. I don't know what it is. I've always felt games that start off this way have like the greatest build-up. Like I see nothing but myself in a mirror in this empty place. Even if I didn't know what this game was about, I would instantaneously just assume this is a horror game. It has to be. You're in a giant like castle, and it's just, oh Jesus! I swear to God, I thought I saw something. I'm already freaking myself out. I thought I saw something. I think I just turned a little too fast. Oh man. And nothing's even happened yet. And I don't think this is technically even like a horror game. I think it really is more of a action mystery type situation. As we figure out, you know, what the deal is with her character, and then obviously this whole location.
That door is different.
Well, now I'm wondering if I well, I assume it wouldn't let me drop down with.
I bet that's an activation mechanism for the door.
Without a way to pass, or without a way to go back, I should say. Although it does feel like I'm just dropping floors and there's no way back.
This is meaningless. Foster is dead. Some things just cannot be undone. Think about it.
Yeah, I
If
probably
you
messed up
capture
there.
the souls of the dead in a cube and then bring the person back to life, surely it would be a huge industry.
It's not like that. I know for a fact that he's in there.
I have wondered how you came to believe that, but I doubt that I'll agree with your reasoning. You resourcefuls are too far removed from reality to make sense. You've seen nothing but the bought and paid for fairy tale designed by your grandfather.
Well, the reality of my fairy tale upbringing was that it was all about this place. No, even before that, my genes. Grant spent centuries creating his resourcefuls, carefully picking potential from the gene pool.
Had to cough.
We were created to come here, and this feels very real to me.
Yeah, I already feel like I messed up with that tuning fork thing. I think I was supposed to stay on that level, and that probably would have been like one of the unlocks. But at the same time, if we're in this place, it wouldn't surprise me if we could go back, because that little tube that I stepped into, I instantly assumed that was an elevator, because that's just what it looked like to me, just a really big circular elevator.
Now, these I know. We had rings exactly like them in the gardens.
The suit detects a small gravity charge inside the scepter.
Perhaps it can power the big door. The pedestal looks like the activation mechanism.
Here we go. Oh, we have a little glowy scepter. That's cool.
Just out of curiosity, what's the higher meaning of keeping scepters displayed inside huge rings made of gold? It does seem a bit much, even if you are filthy rich.
The rings were not for show. They are part of our training.
Oh, and you do what exactly? Step inside and feel wealthy?
Not quite. The rings spin up, and the challenge is to get out in one piece. At first, staying in there is the only sane thing to do. But as the hunger comes, the rhythm of the spinning starts to sink in. At some point, you realize that starving eats away at your chance of making it out. Then the leap. No, wait too long.
Right.
Interesting.
You almost had me going there for a while.
See, I don't think she was messing with him. Okay, I had to double check. I'm like, I did go backwards, didn't I? Okay. I feel like I'm gonna do that the whole game. I'm gonna hit that button thinking it's gonna make me move a little faster. And it will not. But I still feel like there should be like a legitimate run, and there almost has to be once the action kicks in, because I'm like, it's not.
By the way, I don't know if you noticed that there were
Not
no
fast
other
enough.
exits from this pit than the big door. How I hope the scepter will magically make it open.
It will work.
Must be nice always feeling that the world will act in your favor. It doesn't, though. My guess is that you will learn this momentarily.
And so we might be able to get back up there once we bring power to the place.
Anyone home?
I totally forgot I could do that.
Let's see.
Nothing. What a shock. Looks like you might be joining Foster after all.
Huh.
Just not the way you imagined.
I don't get it. What Gramps did to hundreds of resourcefuls for this? I saw it the day I came to you. The subject lies down on a marble surface with a strange silver pattern. And the silver unfolds, pierces the skin, and slithers inside. In about half an hour, it consumes everything. And all that remains is an empty slab of marble and a newly formed cube.
No.
He called it the translation. The flesh and the soul shall enter the palace through separate doors. We said it 1,000 times, never realizing. I didn't catch Foster's soul in a magical cube. He was dying, and I translated him.
You killed him. The fact that
Interesting.
your grandfather did unspeakable things doesn't prove he was right. That Foster can come back, that's insane.
It was the only chance we had, and believe me, I'm good at chances. I gamble for a living, remember? That's how I stayed alive all these years after leaving the gardens.
Well, this time it didn't pan
Oh.
out.
Turns
Look
out
at
it's
you
about
now.
to.
You think I'm giving up?
Weird that it took time, but okay. Yeah, I totally screwed up. That's gonna be in my head forever now because I'm like tuning forks. That's all I'm gonna think of until we get power back. Because the first thing I'm gonna do is try to go back up, if at all possible. Oh, color,
Do you see that?
pretty.
The glow.
The activation of the door must have triggered a chemiluminescent.
Ooh,
Not uncommon for evacuation purposes.
very pretty. It's like having a giant version of the moon and stars that you'd have on your ceiling as a kid. I wonder if they still make those. They have to. They have to. That's like a classic. Okay. I'm kind of just waiting for the other shoe to drop at this point. See what happens. See what comes at us.
Anyone home? This place is huge. This hallway alone could easily house all the resourcefuls that ever were.
You finding anything here without coordinates would be a miracle. I compared the quarters you're in now with the overall structure of the planet. The palace is everywhere, all the way to the core. Huge sectors separated by the outside structures you were in.
Interesting. Oh. I was wondering how far this is going to go before we got somewhere different. So yeah, we'll just descend deeper and deeper. I wonder, might as well give it a shot, you know, classic gaming move. Like you gotta just travel a seemingly infinite chasm. It also seemed like there was a little bit of a glitch there for a quick second.
Hello?
I assume this will just basically loop until we get to the next one. And I think that's just the easy way of doing it. Yeah. Maybe, you know what? I've been playing Ghost of Tsushima. That's what it is. I'm on the classic like controller deal where you switch games and then you're just like, oh, I want to run faster. And I just keep doing it. I'm in Ghost of Tsushima mode. Okay.
Anyone home? Anyone home? Anyone home? Anyone home? Anyone home?
My favorite part is that just keeps looping.
Anyone home? Hello?
I'm getting some local increases in energy emission.
Know what it is?
Can't tell. It's not radiation. One of them is close to your location. I'll pin it to your HUD.
Still too far. Okay. For a second, I thought I saw like a cup with a straw in. I'm like, that doesn't fit. This is very cool.
I've got to give it to him, the old man. This place is spectacular.
Nothing but an infinite palace would suffice for you resourcefuls.
I wish you'd stop calling me resourceful.
It's what you are.
I had the training, but I never bought into Gramps' vision. I never wanted any of this.
Yet here you are.
I was 6 the first time I ran away. I hiked for weeks to see what was beyond the gardens. When I finally reached the wall, Gramps was there waiting for me. There's nothing out there but people living like animals, fighting to please their immediate needs and desires. They have no ambition, no perspective. Why fight to get the best out of the little time you have on Earth when you could be fighting to have much more? He went on about the wonders of the palace, but he had already lost me. All I could hear was the blood rushing in my veins. I wanted that. To fight for the here and now. I decided that I would do whatever it took to make that happen. So I went back with him, to follow the training, figuring I'd need it to get away. And I was good. He called me his prize. Before the turn, I ran, just shy of 15. I've been out for 7 years now. Not really what you'd call a running away from home excursion.
Not really, no.
London, you've got to believe me. Foster was a bloody mess and wouldn't have made it out alive. None of us would if I tried to escape with him like that.
He gave you the lighter, so he must have wanted me to take you here. But he would never buy into your grandfather's delusions. It's so far-fetched it almost makes me sick.
A really good indication when I can start talking is she instantly starts walking again. Or, you know, she picks up the pace a bit. I'm assuming I'm gonna have to drop down. So far, I'm really liking this story. It's interesting, like, the whole, you know, the religion thing and this weird cube deal.
Is that a throne?
Cool. A very tall throne.
Look.
Whoa.
This must be it.
Lots of stairs. Cool. Yeah, I might have to see if there's a mod for a free cam in this game, because this is definitely the type of game where I'm like, I want to take a picture of all this stuff I'm looking at. That's the slab.
It looks exactly like the thing that made the cube.
Something's not right. I'm picking up a whole load of anomalies.
I thought a beat was about to kick in and everything, like, and here we go. Granted, here we go anyway, because clearly it's about to start. That's really cool. I really love that, like the wave of energy, and you just see it, you know, the darkness, but you see the light kind of passing through everything. That's very cool.
London?
And I assume now things start to get a little wonky. Not as seamless as I was kind of hoping for there, or expecting, honestly. And just like, oh, okay, you know, cool. Ease right into it. And it's like, nah, full on loading. All right, so I just got a thing that says,
Are you doing this?
she's waking up.
Ben, I thought I lost you. Massive power surges are blazing through the outside structures, and the gravity clouding nearly tore me apart.
She's waking up.
More like malfunctioning. If those reaction veins cross... Wait, what's that? Something's wrong with your HUD.
I think it's the cube telling me where to go. It happened when I put it on my back.
Unlikely. The suit is hard-coded, and all blocks capped to the minimum. No room for adding to or altering the code.
Very cool. This is very sweet. Like, it's just a cool visual to just walk through.
See that? The suit's being enabled to interface with the palace. Maybe it's Foster trying to help.
Foster was many things, but not a systems physicist.
Why are you still denying that we have a chance? Everything around us is a marvel.
Everything around you is critically unstable. I think the whole place is malfunctioning. You should be getting out of there.
This is a really great visual look, just having this, you know, the energy waves and the blinking.
Look, I got a new waypoint, and it's a lot closer.
Okay. I feel like we're starting to build up to some creepy stuff. Like, how does this, like, I'm really curious, like, how in the world does this game end? Like, what do you do?
Look at that.
Where do we even... Whoa, 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 whoa.
Did you see that? It charged my suit.
I don't know what sort of holographic phenomenon that was, but it was extremely compatible with the dual retention system of your suit.
That scared me for a second. I thought it was a person. I'm like, here we go.
Look, there are more of them.
Power for your suit won't be a problem. The outside of the palace sectors burn red hot, but even inside the walls and floors I read a buildup of gravity charge.
Why would anyone need power on a scale like that?
I hope it's not part of the malfunction. Overcharging would be catastrophic.
Always seeing the bright side.
I like the sound effect that they have when you charge it. Oh, tuning fork. Bing. Well, I get to choose, so let's go this way. Okay. Huh. I'm probably wasting time, honestly, but I do want to just see what happens. Okay. And the doors do stay open, which is nice. Okay, so maybe the tuning fork really is a part of the bonus stuff, and you just find them, like, you might have to find them throughout the game probably to unlock a bonus or something. So that, I think, is our exploration deal, where it's like, oh, you wanna, oh, I must have hit it twice. Like, oh, you know, if you want to walk around and there happens to be, well, you know, it seems like there's another path that you can take, maybe it'll actually lead you to a tuning fork, and that will, over time, do whatever it does. Okay, let's check this one just in case. All right. Still wish I could run a little faster than this, because it just feels like, I think
This is bad.
Okay.
N. The palace system's shut down, but it's still charging. The jewel mass is nearing the Dirac child limit.
That felt horrible.
what?
I couldn't move.
It was a massive energy discharge. It must have made your suit brace.
Okay.
The lights have stabilized.
The discharge kicked in system processes planet-wide, but it's producing a lot more energy than needed. Building up charge again.
It still looks very nice, even when it's all perfectly lit up. I like the idea of walking through with just the lights on and, oh, sweet. The cave sounded like a beat's about to drop, which I wouldn't mind. Yeah.
Another discharge.
Ah.
There's air now. How is that possible?
I don't know. The chemical composition of the environment was altered in the blink of an eye. That must have been what the energy buildup was for.
I was wondering if she'd have her helmet on the whole game, which I figured she wouldn't. I like the little beat.
What the? Flowers? They weren't here before the blackout, right?
No, they were not.
I guess it's part of the welcoming package.
I'm liking this. A very unique way to, like, have stuff pop into the game. Like, it just, boom, it's gone. And then you wake up.
What's that?
I think...
Oh, there are more of them.
Let's see what happens. Oh, still there. So it added flowers.
Everything is so neat. Weird how it scatters these chunks all over.
It added flowers. It added oxygen. And now these little chunks are coming in. I'm starting to wonder if the mass, the platforms that had the cube, if they took her energy and it's building up.
What the? This one moves.
Worse, it's alive.
Yeah.
The sphere appears when humans or animals are detected in close proximity, but this...
I almost feel like this is whatever this castle is or planet now is almost like an early, it's trying to create her. I think we're building up to her facing herself. Like, I think we're about to hit a blackout, and one of these blackouts is going to be like, here's you. And that kind of freaks me out. It's going to be a great reveal, but I feel like that's what we're leading to. Ooh, yeah, see,
What are they?
I'm not liking this. I think it's...
Can't be Foster, right? I mean, the palace did try to read the cube and then malfunctioned. This can't be the palace attempting to bring him back, right?
No matter the intent, that's not Foster.
Yeah.
It's not sentient.
Yeah, I think it's building her. Like, it took her DNA because she's the first to show up in however long.
What does that mean? I get color now.
The suit senses a threat. Yellow means that you might be noticed. Red means you're targeted.
Well, now I gotta look at it. You're like, hurt me, or interesting. This is really cool. Yeah, it kind of looks like you can almost kind of see like the little shoulder pads. Okay. This is interesting. I still don't think I'm keeping this thing on me though.
They'll be walking soon. Are you still sure this is a good idea?
This is a great build-up. I'm loving this. I keep doing it. He's gonna need to unlock this handgun real soon. Like, I would have been like, hey, the handgun's open. Like, I'm genuinely a little bit worried about being too close to them.
I don't know what's most absurd. The palace populating itself with these grotesque hostiles, or you charging on like you'll be able to survive when they're fully evolved.
I never expected this to be easy.
Still a bit clumsy. I don't know where this falling sound effect is coming from when clearly none of them are falling right now. Boop. Might as well get my licks in while I can. Boop. Okay. I'm probably still gonna end up turning the sphere off. It's cool to have, like, that's a fantastic visual where it starts to fade away more and more the further away you get. I think that's great. They're gonna be, whew. Okay, well now she's gonna understand. It's pretty hard not to get it now. Like,
What
oh,
is this?
that looks like
That's
me.
you, Hen.
But why would it build copies of me?
What the, oh crap. I forgot what B is. Oh, it's circle, I got it.
It jumped me.
The red spikes suggest that you won't survive another encounter like that.
I don't get it. Why would the palace copy and then attack the first human to arrive? It makes no sense.
Oh crap.
Constant crashing indicates deep corruption. Those creatures must be part of that malfunction.
Okay. Oh. Getting hurt triggers the suit's restorative support system. This is shown in the HUD as a pulsating red sphere of spikes. While the sphere is invisible, it means that you are in critical state. Any further injury will result in death. Okay. When an enemy grabs you, press B repeatedly to break free. Excuse me, struggling will result in damage. Yeah, that probably, if it didn't say B and it said circle, but the PlayStation controller is technically mapped, but not really mapped. So it's weird. If you enter a struggle while the hurt sphere is visible, you will not be able to survive. You can struggle with 2 enemies simultaneously, but taking on 3 means you are too severely outnumbered and you will not be able to survive. HUD sphere, energy collection, okay. Waypoints. Okay. Spread throughout the palace are the voices, tuning forks whose sound is encoded with bits of an encrypted data pattern. Each voice contains a unique fragment, and as you strike them, the suit will compile the information. The fragments are visualized as color stripes in the pop-up HUD. The blue stripes denote the data that has been siphoned so far, and yellow stripes, I lost my spot, and the yellow stripes, the data just collected. When the bar is completely filled out, the data pattern is complete, although still encrypted. Send, millimeter, cell cost, culture. Okay. Hadn't pressed any of those. Gross. But also very cool. So we're gonna go. Also love the that. Oh, quick head turn. Creepy. I like it. Uh-oh. I think I know what's about to happen here. Okay, maybe not. I don't know. I thought for sure it was gonna start fading out. Wait, which one's B? Circle. Got it. Just shy. Boom, bitch.
I'm bringing
Super
the gun
drop.
online.
Finally.
Each shot will kill as many as you can line up.
About time, dude. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
I'm out.
Dang. Music is really nice in this game. It just... Dang. So close. So close. Dang. Also so close. No. Yeah, I'm enjoying myself. This is really good. It's getting intense. I feel like I still got to get rid of this because I can't stand that. Like, as much as it's helpful. No, I definitely want that on. As helpful as it is, it just, I don't want a big ball around my character the whole game. Like, it doesn't look cool to me. Love the sound design though. Yeah, just gonna. Ooh.
They're getting up.
Crap, I thought I had the other one. Yeah, it's actually getting to that point now. How did I miss that? Yeah, I gotta. Oh crap! Okay, I gotta figure out how to read these spheres again. The bar. I thought the bars. Okay, I guess not. I don't know. I thought the bars were my push cost. Not. Huh. Okay. Let me in.
I thought you said the gun was lethal.
It is.
So, the palace resurrected them.
Who knows what this death trap is capable of? My guess is things will only get worse.
You really need to work on your motivational skills.
Why not? 0-point phase driver. Aim one shot, uses one cell of energy, lethal, kills any number of targets along its vector. Head or pinky shot, it makes no difference. I like that. Sound level, loud, I noticed. Reticle turns red on visible targets. The number of reticle rings count the number of targets currently overlapping. That's actually really cool. Alright, aiming at an enemy for 2 seconds will tag the target. This tag will remain, but is only visible when the target is within the 50-meter radius. Quick aim assist, quick aiming in the direction of a tagged enemy will snap the reticle to center mass. Okay. Oh, 24. I love the design for the. Oh, even the way she holds the gun is interesting. She doesn't hold it underneath. She puts her hand on top of her other hand to keep it steady, not underneath. That's cool. I like that. Weird. Also notice we passed the hour mark officially. Oh, let's see. Position behind an enemy, hold B to do lethal takedown. This is not completely silent and will alert other enemies in proximity. See, I wonder if they're gonna. I know that they get more advanced. Like this, I mean, clearly they have to, because otherwise this is an easy game. So I'm really curious how that plays out. Like, are they gonna be as fast as me? Can they shoot me?
They're everywhere.
Like, okay. Oh,
I
snap.
can't see anything.
Use your area scan.
Well, be to deploy cell one cost, cell cost one, not cell one cost. The area scan outlines any life forms in a radius of 30 meters, expanding the suit's HUD sphere into the surroundings for a duration of 20 seconds. This enables you to see through obstacles, but at the cost of your local sphere radar. As the scan wave passes over points of interest, small ripples will appear. Duly noted. Okay. Well, they reset, so. Okay. All right. So I think that's a good spot to stop this episode. So we're going to end things here. I'll find my buttons and all that crap. So we're going to end this episode here. I'm just going to pause it just for my sake. Thanks for checking this out. I know it's a little wonky. This might not even look as great because it's going through OBS as well. So I know it doesn't look as high quality as it normally does on full screen. But it's been fun. This is fun. I'm going to do another hour, even though I totally shouldn't. It's 11:30 at night and I have work tomorrow. But I have not done a Let's Play in forever. And I just kind of enjoy doing it. So thanks for checking this one out. If you guys have any comments, of course. Also, it is September 6th. I don't know when this will be put up because I know I'm not going to have a lot of time. I feel like I'll probably just play this whole game and then you probably won't be seeing this until I actually finish the entire game. Unless things just get crazy and for whatever reason I suddenly have a ton of time, which I doubt will happen. But anyway, it is currently September 6th. So thanks for checking this out. If you guys have any comments, please put them down in the comment section below. And please join me in the next part.
You hungry? I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. You hungry? Yeah, I'm hungry. Like I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Like I'm Shaggy. Man, I'm hungry. Man, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Yeah, man. You hungry? Yeah, I'm hungry.